Hey, Pokedad fan club, it's me, Pokedad, and I'm doing a tournament today. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I haven't really done any videos since for about a week or so, but I'm doing a tournament. I'm playing the Night March Milotic deck. So let's just see how well we can do. I think I'll just put the Joltik up to start. Maybe I should have put the Pumpkaboo, but it's okay. And we don't have a great start here. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we got a Voltorb and a... Wow, I have to tell you, this... I don't even know what this does. Voltorb, 60. Okay. Alright, so he's got a Stunfisk and a Voltorb. Okay, we at least get the Battle Compressor, so let's throw out that and see what we got in here. Have a Shaman, 2 Ultra Balls, ugh, and a Buddy Buddy Rescue and a Jirachi. Wow. Okay, so we really need to, we're probably going to have to Sycamore here. Hopefully we can draw into a VS Seeker. But we'll, no, I don't want a VS Seeker in there. I want a Sycamore. And we'll throw a couple Lampents in there. There's another Lampent. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and bench the Pumpkaboo because he might be able to take a knockout on us, especially if we don't draw anything from this Acrobike, and looks like we whiff. We do get the red card though, so we'll play that. Red card, and really all I can do is Hex Maniac here. This is very unusual for Night March to do this. Now let's see what he's got. Big Explosion does 60 damage to itself, and he can paralyze me. Alright, we're just gonna Hex, and then we're gonna end turn. So this is a pretty bad start for Night March. This usually doesn't happen, but it can happen from time to time, and really a lot of it is we've got 3 potential ways to get Shaman and a Shaman in here. We could have even Ultra Balled if we had the Buddy Buddy Rescue. I mean, not Ultra Balled, Battle Compressed a Shaman with the Buddy Buddy Rescue, but that's not in play. Alright, so he's got Continuous Tumble. He would need to get 2 heads to be able to hit that. He does get, he has Steven here. Alright, and it looks like he's gonna, he gets a tail, so he does nothing to us here. Alright, boy. And we're just gonna have to end turn. We need a Trainer's Mail or a Acrobike or an Ultra Ball. Alright, Energy Bomb. Alright, he gets Bridget going, and Energy Bomb is going to take out that Joltik, and really right here our top deck is going to be everything. Can we make a comeback? Be a good big question here. It's going to move them all to the Thundurus. Interesting. Alright, so we get a Trainer's Mail. Let's see what's in the mail. And there we go. We're looking for that. We got the VS Seeker. We should be rolling now. It would be very hard for us not to draw dead again, and so at this point we should be fine. Now this Thundurus, it looks a little menacing. 170. There's the Lysander. Wow, and we actually did kind of draw dead again, which is very, very unusual. But let's see what we get. Got a super scoop up and a trainer's mail. We'll go for the trainer's mail. I'm hoping that we can draw into an ultra ball here. And we got nothing. Wow. Okay. Well, at this point, we're just going to end the turn again. This is very, very unusual for a Night March deck. Plays the Muscle Band. Does he have a switch is the question, or a Float Stone, or something, some switching card for him? He doesn't, which buys us another turn. I'm just going to play Hex Maniac, and I'm going to end the turn here, guys. At this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Night Marchers in the discard pile. This is a very unusual start for me. And he passes the turn. Alright, we get the Sycamore. Go ahead and play the Stadium. And we have no Night Marchers here. We have, let's check again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so I feel like we can go ahead and just play this Sycamore and throw it out. And now we get 2 Shamans. Wow, okay. Alright, let's actually first of all play the Battle Compressor. Go ahead and get a couple more Night Marchers, any that are left. I think we'll be fine here with what we have. Yeah, we definitely don't need the Lampent, and we don't need the Pumpkaboo, and I think the Xerosic we can go ahead and get rid of. Now we do have 1, 2 VS Seekers left, so we'll go ahead and keep going. Let's see. We can take the knockout this turn. Go ahead and play the double colorless. Play the got the Muscle Band or the Dimension Valley. I think the Muscle Band might be useful for us, and I'm actually going to play it on the Joltik here. I'm going to bench the other Joltik, and then we're going to Shaman here for 4. Alright, we get another Battle Compressor, but at this point, well, you know what? Is there a Phoebus in the deck? Let's go ahead and let's get a Phoebus going, because Phoebus will allow us to at least get back a Stadium if we need it. Not that I'm so sure we do need it in this case. Alright, and let's just take the knockout here. And probably the most important thing for us is probably the VS Seeker, because we potentially could. Alright, now he's going to obviously take a knockout here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have enough to take the knockout back on him, though. So he knocks out us. Oh yeah, and with him doing damage to himself, we'll definitely take a knockout on him. So I think we've got this game already wrapped up pretty well. The only thing is we do have double colorless that we may need, but I think we're okay. Let's just thin our deck out just a little bit more. I think there's one more Battle Compressor in there, so we can get that taken out. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Don't think we're gonna really need the Ultra Ball, so let's just thin that out. And I'm not even gonna. There's really no need to bench anything else. I'm gonna grab a Buddy Rescue so I can get my Milotic if I need it, and we'll get the Ultra Ball so we have two ways to get my Milotic if we need it. We can get one out of the discard pile, and we can get one out of the discard pile, and then we can get one out of the deck if we need it, guys. So, all right, looks like is he gonna be able to take a knockout here? Puts the muscle band back in, so if say he can somehow get that muscle band, he could take a knockout on our Joltik here. If he doesn't, though, he's only going to do 20 damage, which will not kill our Joltik, which would be really nice. And there's the victory screen. Okay, guys, so we had a very poor start, which is very unusual for Night March, but we did win that first round of the tournament. So I'm just going to pause it, and we'll wait until the next round starts. Alright guys, we're back. Round 2 is going to be starting in about 10 seconds. So that first round we kind of got lucky that we drew against someone who was playing more or less just a really simple, almost look kind of like a theme deck. Because rarely does Night March really start that slow. It can happen. And I think it was because we had so much in the prizes as far as Ultra Balls and things like that. Now we're playing just a straight up Psychic, so it makes me think we're maybe playing Wobbuffet Crobat, possibly. That could be an issue for us. One thing is we will have to take advantage of Hex Maniac to keep the bats away. Looks like we're going to start Shaman, but it's not a terrible start. We can always Sycamore if we need to here, because we do have the Battle Compressor. It looks like they didn't draw into any basic Pokemon, so we'll go ahead and start them in, and we'll see what they get. Alright, looks like wow, a very healing type deck. This is going to be interesting, but we're not really too concerned about that because we like to take one-hit KOs. Wow, this is really weird. A lot of energy, a lot of healing cards. So, finally our opponent brings something to the play, and we are definitely going to take some draw cards. This is Wobbuffet. We could have a little bit of problems. It's Mew. Okay. Wow, and we start off with a pretty great. This red card right here will get him down to 4. Alright, let's go ahead and play Battle Compressor here. And I am going to go ahead and get Lampent and a Sycamore just because I like to have that option for us. So there's the Sycamore. And we got a Lampent here. And we got... what else do we got? Oh, there's another Lampent. Alright, that's good. I'm actually going to attach this to the Shaman. And we'll go ahead and Trainer's Mail here. If we could get into a... okay, wow, we got another Battle Compressor. Another a 0-6. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Battle Compressor again. Alright. And we'll go ahead and Battle Compress. And we'll go ahead and put some more Night Marchers. Now, I actually use the Pumpkaboos in this set, in this case, so we'll put a Joltik in. We'll also look for some more Lampents. Okay, 2 Lampents are prized. Wow, That could be troubling. Alright, we'll put another Joltik in, and we'll go ahead and throw in the Pumpkaboo. Alright, we'll hit done there. We're going to go ahead and play down the Shaman here for 2 cards. And good, we got the Ultra Ball, so we'll go ahead and knock these 2 out. And I feel like we'll go ahead and just, let's go ahead and grab the Pumpkaboo. The question is, can he knock my Shaman out in 1 turn? I really don't think so. Well, I got the Float Stone on it. I'm going to put it here. And then we'll just go ahead and Sycamore here. I probably could have AZ'd and just so I could have. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's just play it. Let's go a little more aggro. And we do get. We get the Phoebus here, which is good. I don't think we're going to need the Jirachi. But at this point, I don't want to really go any further, so we're just going to end turn. We may be able to take a knockout on this Pumpkaboo, on this Mew next turn, depending on how, and that's it. Okay, wow. So all we really need is we either need a double colorless or we need Dimension Valley. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times, that's 120, 240. So yeah, all we need is a Dimension Valley or an energy, either one. Got the Dimension Valley, and that's game. We'll go ahead and just finish this off quickly. Play the Dimension Valley, retreat into the Pumpkaboo, and good game, opponent. And unfortunately, I love Mega Mewtwo. It's one of my favorite decks, but with Night March being so rampant, it's just so hard. I've even tried with weakness policies and tried with other things, but it's just hard to beat Night March with Mewtwo, unfortunately. Alright, and we're back for the final round. I'm sorry that last round might have got cut short. But anyway, we're starting this final round. So we will see who our opponent is and what we're going to be taking on. Looks like we're going to be taking on a Water Fairy colorless, maybe a Toad Puff. I don't know what else could be that it could be, unless I guess it could be a Kyogre deck. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Don't know where the fairy part comes in. Maybe it's a Glalie deck. Ooh, and we start off with a Phoebus. Okay. So, not the greatest start, but our opponent has no basics, so we are going to put the Phoebus down. Fairy. Wow, lots of fairy. Okay, so it's more fairy than water, it seems. And a red card in our opponent's deck. Ooh. That could be nasty on turn 1. You know, speaking of red cards, I think they're going to be played a lot more, especially when that new card Delinquent comes out. You know, I did a review on that already, but Delinquent seems like it could really cause you some major problems if they red card you and then use that, and you're down to 1 card. And some people say, yeah, but you'll be able to keep the 1 card you want. Yeah, but what if you don't have a draw card? That could be a real pain. So, alright, we got a Pumpkaboo, and I feel like we might as well just bench that. We do have the Float Stone here. So, wow, okay, it's a Kyogre along with Xerneas deck. Interesting. Okay. Where should we start? Let's go ahead and play the Muscle Band here. Go ahead and play. I don't think he's going to be able to knock the Phoebus out. So I'm going to play the Float Stone on the Phoebus, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of these 2 supporters. Go ahead and grab a Shaman. And I may, if I can get into a good position, I may actually Hex Maniac turn 1 just to see if we can prevent them from playing their own Shamans. Before we play the Shaman, though, we need to Acrobike here, and let's see what we get. I think the DCE is more important, or is the Battle Compressor? I think the DCE is more important, so we'll go ahead and attach the DCE. We'll Shaman here for 5, and alright, we get another Pumpkaboo, and we get another Phoebus. I actually want to go ahead and bench that other Phoebus just in case this one takes a knockout. We'll still have the Milotic available to us. We get the red card, and we get an AZ, and we get a Super Scoop Up. Okay, let's grab the red card here. We'll go ahead and play the red card, bringing him down to 5. It's only going to be 1 less, and it could actually help him. I'm going to go ahead and bench the other Pumpkaboo, even though, you know, I don't really love doing that. But we'll go ahead and play the Shaman down, get us 4 more cards, and then I am probably going to Hex on this first turn, especially since, yeah, I'm sitting in a really good position here. So let's go ahead and get rid of our Lampents. Let's check our Lampents and see how many there are. Alright, so there's 1 there. And there's 1 there. And there's 1 there. So it looks like 1 is still we got 1 in the prizes. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we're done there. We'll go ahead and do the Acrobike here. And I think Lysander will help us more. And I'm going to go ahead and play the Hex. Yeah, we're sitting at a very good spot here. Long turn 1, but that's just typical for Night March. So play Hex Maniac. And I don't know much what he can do because, you know, there's not really much he can do. Now, the only thing I'm disappointed is we don't have a Dimension Valley. We should have considered Battle Compressoring that, and then we could have got it out with the Milotic here. Since we didn't, that may force us into a little more interesting position. Alright, it does play the energy down. Alright, so 180. We need to hit 180. Alright, we need to look at where we're at. Oh, we got the DCE. Do I play double DCE on the same Pumpkaboo? Question is, can we get enough Night Marchers? We only have 3. We only have 3 in the discard pile right now. Alright, well, let's go ahead and change that, and we're going to put Milotic down here. I'm going to go ahead and grab another Battle Compressor. Alright, and we'll go ahead and get some more Night Marchers in the discard pile. Let's go ahead and grab a Pumpkaboo, a Joltik, and we got 2 more Joltiks and another, let's see, and another Pumpkaboo. Go ahead and put another Joltik in. So that puts us at 6 Night Marchers. So we're hitting 120, 140. We need 2 more in the discard pile. I'm going to go ahead and just play this here. Actually, yeah, 120, 140. Yeah, let's go ahead and just Sycamore here. And, alright. Looks like we are not going to be able to... We didn't get the Stadium, which is kind of troubling. But we do get another Night Marcher in the discard pile, so we still got a shot here. We got several things going for us, so let's go ahead and play this Trainer's Mail. And good, we got the stadium. Okay, so all we really need is just one more um, Night Marcher in the discard pile. And I think we've got the knockout. Let's see. So let's try this first. And we got it. We're going to scoop this Milotic up. And we are going to play the Pumpkaboo up. We'll go ahead and play the Phoebus down. And we will go ahead and put Milotic here. We're going to go ahead and grab the battle compressor out again. And we'll go ahead and get the few Night Marchers that we need out. And I also want to check and see if the other Milotic is in the deck. I haven't really looked and normally I would, but it looks like we've got a Joltik here which we can take out, and we got a Pumpkaboo. So the other Milotic is not in the deck. Okay, but that should be enough to take out the Kyogre here. So we're gonna Night March here. Take a knockout here. We hit for 200, and I don't think the Xerneas is going to be able to take us out. And our opponent says, boring, play alone. Well, of course, that is how Night March rolls. Turn 2, and I've got 49 cards in my deck, but this is a tournament, and that's it. That's the game. We'll go ahead and Night March here. And see, guys, this is what I'm telling you. This deck is so powerful. It's winning a lot of cities, or at least it's top 8ing a lot of cities, because it's just so powerful. There's very little that can stop it. Mean Shao can stop it. Bats, to a degree, can stop it, but you can keep hexing. And because there's so much draw power in this deck, I mean, you can hex to keep the bats away, so it really leaves very little for your opponent to do, and that's why I think Night March is one of the strongest decks. Now, obviously, Yveltal is probably one of the best counters also, because Yveltal can Oblivion Wing and knock out any of your Night Marchers. So you're trading 1 for 1, and it does force you to have to constantly stream Night Marchers. But see, you can see the power. EX decks really don't stand a chance against Night March. So anyway, guys, this is Pokedad. I hope you like. I know it was, again, it's mostly one-sided when you play Night March, but I hope you like the video, subscribe, and it gives you a taste of what Night March can do. Anyway, guys, talk to you later. Bye.